Okay. Let me see if I'm on. Duh, 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 duh. Boy, YouTube was like, Playboy, you showing too much, man. Um, all right. The hell? Okay, I'm back, man. YouTube wasn't playing around with that, boy. Man, I had it muted. I should have said fair use before before I started before I started going off with them highlights, man. It seemed like YouTube was like, nah, buddy, you ain't showing none of that." Um, yeah, so I won't show those highlights anymore. Uh, hold on, let's get back to it, man. So yeah, my fault about that, man. I shouldn't have showed the highlights. So listen, man, it sucks that we have to wait to see this boy play. Um, I'm happy for it, man. I'm actually happy for Mariota too. Mariota got a second opportunity at a starting gig. Um, that's a rare thing, especially when nobody's had confidence in you to begin with. Um, well, I can't say to begin with, but a lot of teams haven't had confidence in you. But I'm sure he's gonna be a backup. If not for our team next year, it'll definitely be for another team. Because again, he says all the right things. I haven't heard any negative things about Marcus Mariota in the locker. Nothing. I've heard absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, it's the complete opposite. Tyler Algier was actually um singing his praises last week. They was getting his back. This ain't like a Russell Wilson situation off in Denver where these guys are no comment. But he'll be a backup and maybe somewhere down the road, he'll be on a team, start to get injured. He come in, play a game or two. But I just think the way that I don't see how you trust him throwing the ball. I just don't. But I've seen worse things. I mean, hell, Baker Mayfield uh pretty much got cut from Carolina and then literally the next day got picked up by the Rams. So anything's possible. But right now, man, my main focus is on this kid, man. I hope he can show and prove um with the last 4 games. Cuz again, I like his attitude. He's got a winning attitude. And I like to see stuff like that. The guy can run, he can throw the ball. From preseason, it even looks like he reads the field better than Mariota. So we'll see. We will see. But I just don't want people to crucify this kid for 4 games. Because mind you, he doesn't have Kyle Pitts. He doesn't have a number 2 receiver, really. I mean, if you're looking at it, who? Zacchaeus? Bird? I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to pass judgment on this kid for 4 games. But I'm glad we finally get a look at him. Because my God, if we would have went through this whole season with Mariota, we back at square one. We don't know what this kid got. Abel says, if Ritter works out, would you keep Mariota as a backup? Me personally, no. I would not keep Mariota. Mariota's gone after this year. Reason being is because we've seen Mariota's ceiling. So worst case scenario, if Ritter gets hurt, we've already seen this before with Mariota. We already know he's not accurate. We know these things. So I mean, you would basically be gambling the season away if you kept him there. Now, if I were able to, I wouldn't draft another quarterback, especially after you just drafted another quarterback. I'd just pick up another season quarterback, man. Uh, in all honesty. In all honesty, I'd just pick up another season quarterback. A quarterback that can actually throw. But Mariota, we've seen his best. Mariota isn't going to get better. This is what Mariota is. If anything, he'd start declining. So he'd get worse. But nah, I wouldn't keep him on the roster. Let's see. Winston said 26-0 at home over a 4-year college career. He's a winner. Guys like that come with a sense of arrogance and being competitive. I'm pretty sure he was sitting on the bench like, bro, I can play better than this dude, man. You say all the right things in front of the mic. I guarantee you he was talking to his partners like, boy, this dude's some cheeks. Man, you see how he played Thursday Night Football? This boy, man, how come I ain't starting? This boy is cheeks, man. Then see Mariota in the locker room. Hey, man, we'll get better. But in the back of his head, he's like, man, this dude's some trash. I should have been starting. See, I like if he's thinking like that. As opposed to the opposite. I don't think I'm ready, man. This playbook is it's a little difficult, man. I don't know. I'd rather have the other one. Man, I had to call you because I couldn't send this text to you via text, bro, because I don't want none of my stuff getting out. This dude's some cheeks. So what you saying? You think you can start and you play better? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. This dude garbage. How you missed that wide open guy? For all the slack that they make about Tom Brady, the arrogance, and him throwing all kind of tablets. I wonder how much they be spending on tablets, bro. Because Tom Brady sees one, he breaks it. Fuck it. He come off that sideline. Things didn't go his way. The nearest tablet is about to get destroyed. Y'all better go get y'all another one because this one's gone. For all that, 7 titles. It's about time Atlanta gets a guy who's arrogant as a quarterback. We had Matt for what, 13 years, 14 years? Corporate guy. I've always said this about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan can retire from football and go directly into politics. Corporate guy. I can't say the same about Tom Brady. You look at some of these studs at quarterback. They're young guns now. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, the boy out there in Buffalo, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. These young guns. Look at what the old guard's doing. Aaron Rodgers, struggling. Tom Brady, struggling. Matt Ryan, 3 seconds away from just being out of football, period. Russell Wilson, off a cliff. Look at some of these elder statesmen, man. The ones who are killing it out here are the young guns. Patrick Mahomes can lose and still look good. Make throws where you like, bro, how? How you get it there, man? Mariota ain't doing none of that. People got on me about talking about Matt Ryan the last 3 years the way that I did. I saw this 3 years ago. Man fell off a cliff. Man, he gonna go somewhere else and win a title. What happened? He went somewhere else and got benched. It took them firing their coach to bring him back as the starter. And Jeff Saturday don't know what the hell he doing. They won one game, fell right back off a cliff. They won one game, climbed back to that mountain, and jumped right back off a cliff. With Matt Ryan pushing the team over the edge. Matt Ryan will be out of football in 2 years. Mark my words. Sometimes, man, Bill Belichick had this thing where he would get rid of a player before they fell off a cliff. And in this situation, I think they waited way too long for Mariota. But honestly, I think the plan was, hey, man, if we're nowhere in playoff contention, we come off a bye, we'll start the kid. But hopefully, we're in for a treat. Hopefully, this kid comes in and says, hey, man, I'm that dude. I'm that guy. It's been a minute since we've had one of those. I mean, Matt Ryan was here 14 years, had one outstanding season. We went 13-3. To my knowledge, I think we went 13-3 twice. Both of those years, especially that last 13-3, we could have easily lost some of those games, bro. But the one year that just cannot be debated is 2016. That cannot be debated. Matt Ryan was the best quarterback in the league that year. Sure, we lost the Super Bowl. Can't really put that on Matt, though. You look at his numbers. You look at his QBR. He had one of the highest QBRs in Super Bowl history. You can put that on the offensive coordinator, and then you can put that on the coach. Then his last semi-decent year, well, his last decent year, I'm not going to say semi-decent, was 2018. Then after that, he fell completely off a cliff. And he hasn't been able to recover. It's like that with quarterbacks, man. I don't know what it is. Marcus, now I'll say this. Career-wise, Marcus Mariota isn't even in the same category as Matt Ryan. Career-wise. Stats, MVP, Mariota ain't never sniffed any of that. But when Mariota came in, he was the better quarterback for the team than Matt Ryan was. You can tell almost immediately. Our run game literally, I mean, fam, we didn't have a run game for 3 years. Literally, our running game changed. But the problem was when we needed to pass, couldn't accomplish that. Kyle Pitts suffered because of it. Drake London suffered because of it. So again, man, I'm happy this kid gets a shot. I don't know where the hell my other YouTube video went. But the hell with it. If it's gone, I'm not going back over this again. I'm not going back over it again, fam. It is what it is. Yeah, man, they took it down. I showed them highlights way too much. But yeah, man. I'm happy for the kid, man. Hopefully this guy is the guy. Hopefully this is the dude. I hope he's the dude so we don't have to search for another quarterback. We can start putting our attention at other things like defense, another wide receiver. We already got our tight end of the future. Our run game is looking decent right now. So for me, all this money that we getting in the offseason, straight defense and a wide receiver. Offensive line, again, some people have been critical of the offensive line, but like I said, if you're averaging a $150 a game rushing, your offensive line is doing something. And in a lot of these games, Mariota wasn't really getting sacked 5 and 6 times. Matter of fact, hold on, let me y'all follow with me. Because we're gonna look up. Let me just do it this way. Let's just look at Sunday's game. Well, let's look at team stats. Mariota got sacked one time. He got sacked once. So it's not like, hold on, let's continue with this trend. We might as well pull the whole damn thing up. Against the Commanders, sacked one time. So twice in the last 2 games. Chicago. Let's look at 2 teams. Now he got his ass, well, he wasn't even sacked. So 3 games, he's been sacked twice. Let's continue. Against the Panthers. Let's see. Oh, now he got his ass tore out the frame on that. Man was sacked 5 times. That was the Thursday night game where he played abysmal. He got sacked 5 times. So he got sacked more in that game than he has in 3 weeks. So let's go back. Chargers team stats. He was sacked twice. Okay, so these aren't bad. These aren't bad numbers. Okay, he was sacked twice when we played Carolina the first time. Let's go to the Bengals game where we got this is the one game that sticks out this entire season where we were just like, man, we were doomed from the start playing this game. He got sacked 3 times, but Joe Burrow got sacked 3 times. We'll do the 49ers and that's it. Then against the 49ers, he was only sacked twice. So offensive line is doing their job. And I mean, everybody's been critical over the offensive line the last couple of years. Remember, that's what people were blaming Matt Ryan's troubles on. Offensive line just trash, man. They just awful. Then you insert Marcus Mariota, and all of a sudden, sacks kind of cease. Matt Ryan going to give you that 3rd down special. It's coming. He's going to give you that. Look, man, matter of fact, God damn it. I thought I can get through this without talking about Matt Ryan. I thought I could get through it, bro. But he's such a fixture on this organization. All right. I hate to be doing this, but goddamn 54 piece. They gave him a 54 piece, bro. Matt Ryan got sacked. Well, did he? Yeah, Matt Ryan started this game, didn't he? Yeah. He got sacked 3 times. What? Put through 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. All right. Against the Steelers, Matt Ryan got sacked 3 times. Against the, hold on. Against, okay. Matt Ryan got sacked 4 times. So, again, now the Colts are talking about how in the hell did you have one of the best offensive lines in football last year, and then this year, your offensive line can't stop nobody. It ain't your O-line. It's your damn quarterback. Matt gonna take that 3rd down sack. Man, the few times I've watched Indiana play, I've been a fan of this team forever, right? I've watched every game. The only game that I missed um was the game after I came out of the hospital. That's the only game I've missed in God knows how long. I can't even remember the last time I missed a Falcons game. And that was voluntarily. I had to miss it. And that was probably one of the roughest Sundays I've had in my life. I can almost predict when Matt Ryan's about to take a third down sack. If you've been a Falcon fan for a long time and you watch the Colts play, before they even line up, I'm like, Matt about to take a sack. And I laugh at it now because it's damn predictable. The one thing I can say about Marcus Mariota is the games he did play, I could not predict the sack. You know, he used his legs to get out of a lot of those situations. And to his credit, he did a good job at that. But the O-line deserves some credit for that. I don't I don't think the O-line of the Indianapolis Colts deserve all this blowback that they're getting. They have a statue as a quarterback who will take he'll take a sack. There was I think it was early in the season when they kind of made Matt Ryan a meme. Matt Ryan had already conceded the sack before he even got touched, bro. But I think we've moved out of that generation of just taking the sacks. Marcus Mariota didn't take a lot of sacks. I don't think Desmond Ridder is going to take a lot of sacks. So you're able to keep more plays alive. You're able to make a play if you're not on your back. So again, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, man, because y'all know how I ramble. I can go on all day about this team because I love this team to death. But anyhow, man, that has been today's episode of On the Mark. I hate that the first part got cut. But anyway, it is what it is. It's Ridder's time to shine. Whether he keeps the job or not, man, these 4 games are going to tell it. They're going to tell it. But I think, you know, coming out of this season, we'll be in a way better position in 2023 as far as what our team will look like. I think our defense will be our defense has to be better. They're ranked 31st right now. They got to be better. So if we find out that we do have our quarterback of the future, Jesus, what a time to be alive, bro. Because we've been chomping at the bit for a minute for this. So if we finally hit on a QB, and you know how long we keep these guys, we kept Matt Ryan for a decade plus. And Matt Ryan, his totality as a quarterback, he was a good quarterback. Not a great one, a good one. We need greatness. And I'm demanding greatness right now because I watched what the Braves did last year. I watched what Georgia did last year and what Georgia's probably going to do this year, going bike to bike. We can't have just good. Both those teams were great. We need to build a great team. The NFC is ours for the take. Man, look at these teams in the NFC South, bruh. None of these teams are threatening. Tampa. Really? They got the goat barely winning games. Carolina. Really? Carolina at a point, they don't even care about football no more. Oh, Baker, you want to leave? Fine. Go. Bye. Sam, Jesus, we got Baker to get rid of you, but okay. Well, we'll deal with you for the rest of the year. The Saints, they don't even have a quarterback, honestly. Brothers division odds for the taking. And it's time that this team gets serious. I listen, I believe in Terry Fontenot. Terry Fontenot has made some great moves. One of his best moves is the move that he didn't make, which was attempting to match Cleveland's ridiculous ass contract. That's the best move he didn't make. Because he said, man, you know what? Yeah, we're not going to do that. And we're not going to give you our draft picks. Even though he wants to come here, nah, we just can't do that. So I believe Terry will start hitting on some of these picks. I think he's already hit on a few. You know, Kyle Pitts, that isn't a flop. Drake London, I've seen some positives come out of Drake. Now I've seen some, again, when Khalil Mack stripped that ball from him, just had to chalk it up. He's a rookie. I'm a lot more patient with rookies. But I've seen a lot of positives come from Drake London. I'm like, okay, if y'all get him a guy on the other side, this kid might be something, man. But next year, they need to make sure that defense is straight. Your defense can't sit on the field for 32 minutes. That's 2 quarters, bro. That's 2 full quarters. So hopefully the winds of change start and they start with Desmond Ridder, man. But anyway, I am up out of here, guys. I will holler at y'all, man. We'll come back. We'll come back next week. I'm gonna figure out how to post some of these highlights without without my shit getting taken down. I just let that stuff play entirely too damn long. I should have just let it play once and then just, or at least paused it or something like that, man. I just let that shit run. But anyway, man, y'all have yourselves an awesome week, man, and we will reconvene next week. Peace.